Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here and welcome back to another episode of our SWE Octane Universe Mode. We are back with episode number 4 now, I believe it is. And it is going to be big for you here this evening. Main event tonight will be Hiroshi Tanahashi versus El Generico. And some other big matches for you as well this evening. But it looks like first things first here this evening. We have had a request for some mic time from Mr. American Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes. Interesting to see what he has got to say about the situation. He is scheduled for a match as well here, but he wants a little bit of mic time to put across some feelings that he has before the match begins. Which should be fun. Be interesting to see exactly what he's got in his mind. Let's give us some volume. I don't know how the volume's working. I've had to mess around with the volume so much at the moment because, well, basically, I want to have some music in the background, so we've got a little bit of background noise going on, but at the same time, if it's too loud, then YouTube do me in with copyright claims and so forth. So then, Mr. Cody Rhodes, what do you have on your mind? I can make an educated guess based on what's happened the last couple of weeks, but let's see exactly what. Now, for the past couple of weeks, we've seen a few people come out here and claim that Bullet Club needs a change of leadership. Now, I'm all for that. I'm all for the change of leadership. I think we've become very stale and stagnant under our current leadership. However, I do not feel like going into the past is the right idea. AJ Styles, you've had your time. We've got as far as we have, and you left on, you thought were bigger and better things. Finn Balor, same with you. You thought you were leaving for bigger and better things, and now you want to come back and reclaim us? We're not just possessions that can be taken back by you at any time you feel like you want to come back and try and make a name for yourself because you've failed elsewhere. No. Like I said, I fully agree that Bullet Club needs a change in leadership, and to be honest, I think we need to be moving forward and not backwards. And that's why I'd like to officially throw my hat in the ring. I want to become the new leader of Bullet Club. Kenny Omega's had his time. We've not progressed as much as we thought we would. And now it's time for the era of Rhodes. Very interesting there by Cody Rhodes, and he is scheduled a match right now as well. Who is going to be his opponent? Well, you guessed it right. It's Mr. Curt Hawkins once again. The man who's had 3 appearances now in 3 weeks here on Octane is a top-class dude. Was quite convincingly defeated by AJ Styles and quite convincingly defeated by Finn Balor in previous weeks. Can he do a better job against Cody Rhodes? That's the question. So, of course, Cody, just to recap, Cody has essentially thrown his hat in the ring as well. Seeing the introduction of AJ Styles and Finn Balor into the roster, both claiming they want leadership back of Bullet Club. And Cody's saying that going back in time is not the best way. The best way is to move forward, essentially. And he wants to take the leadership himself. So, very interesting indeed about what's happened the last few weeks. But what I would say is, what's Kenny Omega's opinion on this? Kenny Omega has been fairly silent about this whole situation so far. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what his opinion on the situation is, and if we can get that sort of answer. And next episode as well, just to let you know, we will be announcing our general manager of Octane. He'll be making his first appearance in SWE Octane this series. And I believe he has some interesting things to talk about, including this battles for so forth, where it looks like for the leadership of Bullet Club, so that should be interesting to see as well. Cody destroying poor old Hawkins early match, then into wow, this is that was quick, wasn't it? Yeah, a crossroads, and Cody Rhodes picks up the victory. Wow, what a what a quick and easy victory that was for Cody. And poor old Curt Hawkins is not doing fantastically well so far, is he? He's not doing very well at all. Let's face it, but there we go. Hawkins back up on his feet, and Cody's offered a handshake here. And Hawkins is going to take it. Not quite sure the reason behind that handshake, but who knows? Who knows? It's a good win for Cody anyway. He continues the dominance that's been shown the last couple of weeks by AJ Styles and Finn Balor. And here is our second match of the evening. It is going to be the Guerillas of Destiny versus Epico and Primo. First appearance of the season for both these guys, or both these teams, shall I say. And it'd be interesting to see which one of the two is going to come out here with some momentum. I'd have to put my money on these two if I had to put my money somewhere. Of course, representing Bullet Club. We've not seen a lot from Bullet Club so far in this Universe mode, apart from the AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and Cody Rhodes claims about the leadership of Bullet Club. So now is a good chance for these two guys to step in the ring and really put a mark on the Universe mode. We do have a #1 contendership match coming up for you this evening as well in the tag team division, as Breezango will take on the New Day. However, I feel like the winners of this one will definitely be in with a very good shout for a tag team championship match in month number 2. I think. Yes, I would very much assume that would be the case, yes. And of course, Epico and Primo. Not seen much of them so far. I think they're underutilized. I think they're a good heel team to be used in SmackDown Live at the moment. They don't really get a lot of action at this point in time, which is a little bit of a shame. I think that the ideal would be the link-up if they brought back Carlito. That, for me, would be the ideal for WWE, but I don't think that's ever going to happen, is it really? It's a bit of a shame, but there you go. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty interesting if they did that. Good little heel stable going on. Carlito maybe going for the upper mid-card belt. It would essentially be a Puerto Rican version of Jinder Mahal and the Sings, though, wouldn't it, really? But I don't know, we're not seeing much of the Sings. I'm still at this point we don't see the Sings in actual tag team wrestling. Sort of bearing in mind how much of an issue SmackDown Live has had in the tag division over the last couple of years, you'd think that potentially they would have utilised the Sings as an actual wrestling tag team. But there we go. So good times. The Guerillas of Destiny versus Epico and Primo. We're going to start things off with Tama Tonga versus, well, I believe it's Primo. Ooh, nice. You saw Tama Tonga go for a strong right hand there, and Epico just swept the legs and then straight into a dropkick in the face as well. And Epico taking some early control in this tag team match before dropping an elbow right on the inside the knee of Tama Tonga. And Epico has actually taken the top turnbuckle pad off of there. Here's a little glitch for you on this game as well, is if they ever take the top turnbuckle pad off of your tag team corner, then obviously you can't go for tag team maneuvers there. Tama Tonga turn this one around and go straight for the tag, bringing in Tanga Loa, or Tanga Roa, whichever you call them these days. Oh, a big knee in the face. Tama Tonga had a bit of an iffy start to the match there. I think he just wanted to change things over as soon as he got the opportunity. Elbow drop missed there by Tanga Loa. And Epico reconvenes his aggression that he started against Tama Tonga. Epico sending Tanga Loa into the corner, making the tag into Epico. I'm getting these two guys mixed up, I know I am. Primo or Epico? This is Epico, isn't it? I think that's Epico. I don't know, to be honest. That could be Primo. I'm just going to call him Colon. Does that work? That should work. Tag in comes Tama Tonga. Oh, as he went for the discus, but Tonga caught him with that stiff elbow. Now Tonga heading up to the top turnbuckle. Big splash there. And Tama Tonga looking now to take some control of this match. It's been pretty back and forth so far, but I think as soon as the Guerillas of Destiny start to take some control, I think it'll be very, very difficult for the Colons to come back into this one. And that's what we're seeing so far at this point in time. Oh, I thought he was going to go for a camel clutch, but just dropping the body weight across the spine. Now into the corner of the Guerillas of Destiny. Tama Tonga making the tag into Tanga Loa. Oh, double super kick, just flattened him. Hot tag is made though. and straight away just get clotheslined out of his boots. Now dropping a boot on the back of the knee and a big boot in the back of the spine as well. Tangaloa continuing the assault. We have got Primo down on the outside. And Epico in the ring. There's a great chance now if they can hit a big maneuver here, this should be the end of the match. And they are going to go for it here. It's a 3D. They just hit the 3D. Not enough to go for the pin though. And the discus forearm works. Just turn it straight round into the discus forearm. And here's the tag. Colon's doing well here. Oh, nice. Over the top into the splash as well. So a backbreaker combination. And now the Colon's back in control of Tama Tonga. To be honest, I'm a bit surprised how well the Colognes are doing here. I really expected Guerillas of Destiny to dominate this one, you know. Nice double axe handle. Should be difficult to tell which one's Epico and which one's Primo because of the trunks. I still think that this is Epico in the ring. Or is this Epico? Oh, I don't bloody know. That's why I don't use people like this, because I don't know which ones. It should be easy enough to tell because one's got trunks and one's got shorts. Tama Tonga back in the ring now. Sending the Cologne into the corner. Big splash in the corner as well. Before dropping an elbow right into the spine. Now once again dropping the body weight across the spine. And into that big double arm DDT. The dirty deeds. Dragging him really far across. That's a good idea, actually. That's good tag team work. Tangaloa in, but because it's a clever idea what he did, but at the same time, it sort of blocked off his teammate from being able to block off the pin. Tama Tonga up on the top rope. Nice. Blockbuster. And a headbutt to the back of the partner as well. If he goes to the pin now, both guys are down. No, he's going to continue the assault by the looks of it. Big DDT. Both members of the Colognes down, and Tama Tonga does not mind. He's just going to destroy the pair of them here. Oh, why have you hit your finisher maneuver on the non-legal man? That's stupid. Well, that is really stupid. He's hit his finish maneuver on the non-legal man. Does he have enough to finish off the legal man? That's the question. Snap suplex. And there's the double arm DDT once again. This time there should be no problem at all getting the victory as his tag team partner's unconscious on the outside. There's the pin by Tama Tonga for the 1, the 2. Oh, and Tangaloa did a great job. There's me saying there should be no problem at all, but Tangaloa came in and just shoulder blocked the other Cologne out the way. Nice. Very, very nice. Good win there by the Guerillas of Destiny as well. And there's a double arm DDT. That was the first one. There's the ace crusher on the non-legal man. He's finished a maneuver, and while he was down on the outside, hit the double arm DDT. Just Tangaloa's great shoulder block there, just to stop the block of the pin. That's exactly what they need. And this is going to give the Guerillas of Destiny the momentum they need. The ranking they need to move up into the championship position for the next month, I would imagine. Like I said, we already know the #1 contender is going to be crowned tonight between Breezango and the New Day. But Guerillas of Destiny are definitely going to be in with a shout for month number 2. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be ACH taking on Cedric Alexander. Two guys, of course, that you would have seen over on adrenaline. They impressed me so much that I decided to bring them in here to Octane as well, just to strengthen up our Junior Heavyweight Championship division. And it's a great chance for them both to show off their talents here as well. So first of all, it's Mr. ACH. Plus, I could also look at potentially adding ACH as... I like the idea of ACH and Cedric Alexander as a tag team as well, but I feel like our tag team division here is going to be very strong, so it might not be needed. But it's a good shout. You never know. It's a good shout. But either way, I think both these guys, there's no real need. At the moment, our junior heavyweight division here is very strong as well, isn't it? We've got Takahashi, Kushida, Almas, Tony Nese, of course, Kalisto, and I've lost it. Where was that? Prince Puma, as well as Mystico, of course, going for that championship. We've got Will Ospreay on this roster. We've got Neville on this roster. We'll still see Neville's first match in the next episode. Oh my god. Guys, next episode, put it in your calendars. Tomorrow, we are going to see Neville versus Finn Balor in our main event. Put it in your calendars. Get your mum to give you a ring and remind you, because that match is going down tomorrow. As well as Will Ospreay versus Kushida. Sanada versus Pete Dunne as well. Wow. That's just going to be good, isn't it? We've also got they've got British Bulldog versus Bad Luck Fale on tomorrow's episode as well. Not quite sure why that's come from, but it'd be the first time that Bad Luck Fale has ever stepped foot inside an SWE ring. So that'd be interesting, because we've never got a decent core of him before, but this time I'm very happy with the core we have. And also tomorrow we're going to see the Revival taking on Epico and Primo again. So we're going to give them a bit of a reward. They lost tonight's match, but they did pretty well. So let's give them another chance tomorrow when they take on the Revival. And then, of course, after that, we are heading straight to our All or Nothing pay-per-view. And, of course, like I said, don't forget next episode as well, we will be introduced to our brand new general manager here on Octane. And I have been announced. Am I drunk? I have been informed that, that one of the things he intends on speaking upon is going to be the current situation with AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and of course Cody Rhodes now adding himself into the ring, and Kenny Omega, the current leader of Bullet Club. It's going to be all up and about at the moment, isn't it? Have to find out exactly what these guys have in their mind, as ACH taking Alexander up on the shoulders into the sit-out Death Valley driver. ACH now bringing Alexander back up to his feet. Pings him off the ropes. And once again, both guys just trying to outmuscle each other. It's not going too well so far. Both guys very evenly leveled, as ACH willing Alexander back up to his feet. Nice jump in Hurricanrana. Go, go, ACH. Go, go, ACH. Good times. Big boot across the chest now, ACH. Locking in. No, going for the neck breaker, but Cedric breaking free. Now Cedric into a Northern Lights suplex, taking ACH down. Cedric hooking it in. T-bone suplex. Nice. Nice elbow drop there by Cedric. Now bringing ACH back up to his feet. Spins him in the spinning fisherman's neck breaker. Once again, Cedric bringing ACH back up to his feet, ducking the clothesline, but gets caught with the next one. Cedric taking ACH down, now bringing him back up to his feet once again. Cedric is starting to be very dominant in this match now. It's started off pretty even, but Cedric is taking full control, and you think that's exactly where he'll want to be. He'll want to start this universe mode off with a bang, given an opportunity that not many people have been given. Only himself, Kushida, AJ Styles, ACH, they're the only ones that have really stepped from Adrenaline into Octane as well. So they need to prove themselves. Nice boot in the back there by Cedric on ACH. They're stamping on the arm as well. Arm breaker there by ACH on Cedric. Now taking him up onto his shoulders. And drops him neck first across the rope. And heads into a run into black. So didn't really work too well. ACH now heading up to the middle rope. What's he got planned here? Oh, rocking some Jerry Lawler. ACH now taking Alexander up and drops him into the brainbuster. There's the pin, middle of the ring. 1, 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Of course, don't forget that we've still got a few more matches left for you here this evening. We've got the Tag Team #1 Contendership match coming up for you next. Breezango versus the New Day. We have got Jay White taking on Hiromu Takahashi this evening. And then, of course, our main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus El Generico. As ACH just slams Cedric Alexander headfirst into the mat and gets himself the 3 count. Good win there by ACH. Proving himself. Rocking some Sabu there as well. And Cedric back up on his feet. We are going to see this cutscene is happening more and more and more and more and more now, isn't it? Constantly. Maybe this tag team could work, you know. ACH and Cedric Alexander as a tag team. Is that something we're looking at? In fairness, the parts of the universe mode that I have written are pretty strong already. Will these guys get a look in? Who knows? And here's our next match of the evening. It is going to be the #1 contendership match for the Tag Team Championships. As Kofi, Kingston and Big E Langston of the New Day, being accompanied of course by Mr. Xavier Woods, will be taking on Breezango, the Fashion Police. It's a bit weird, isn't it now? Now I think back at the tag teams that we have, how Breezango have got this opportunity, I've got no idea. But you know what? I like them. Screw being good wrestlers. Well, they are good wrestlers. Screw being the popular choice. I'm going to do what I want to do. Going to give them the opportunity. If they do well, then good on them. If they do badly, then screw them. They've got the one big chance to prove what they can do anyway, so let's see what they can do. I was debating about having Xavier Woods actually in the match, but then I remembered that Xavier Woods is such a good manager because he actually manages with the trumpet, which is a nice little touch the game's put on. I like it. New Day rocks. New Day rocks. Yes, this will be an interesting one. Also, it gives us the opportunity, potentially, if the New Day do win this match, we had the chance of the New Day versus the Young Bucks again at All or Nothing pay-per-view for the Tag Team Championships, which is always a fun night out for anybody, isn't it? Let's face it. Big E is... I think Big E is a nutter, in fairness, and this stable's really giving Big E a chance to prove how much of a nutter he is, and I think that's probably why they're doing so well, because Big E is... This character here is Big E, essentially. I think the character is also Xavier Woods. I'm not quite sure about Kofi, but it seems to work pretty well for the three of them, so yeah, why not? Will they end up staying on SmackDown this year after WrestleMania? That's the bit that I like the most. That's the bit that I like the most is after WrestleMania as well. NXT is amazing. WrestleMania is very good. But the Raw after Mania, is that when they're going to do the drafting, or is that a bit too close? Let me have a Google. Let me have a Google and see if that's scheduled. I know there is a scheduled shake-up. Post-WrestleMania Shuffle. Right, let's see what's going to happen. You always get a few people move up to the main... See, it's pointless doing that. They always have a few people move up to the main roster. Yeah, so as always, you always get a few people move up to the main roster after Mania, but it just makes more sense to do it as part of the draft, rather than just have some random people turn up, then have them draft either way. I just like the idea of potentially just having having a proper draft the night after Mania and bringing a few people up. Doesn't really say on here. Post WrestleMania 34 draft. Is it already scheduled? Am I missing something? Has it already been announced? Not really, no. Okay, here's some rumours. Was a rumour that apparently... This is a stupid rumour, isn't it? The rumour is that WWE are due to do another draft after WrestleMania. Of course they are. They do it every single year. It's not really a rumour. It's going to happen at some point, just... It's a case of when. Because last year it wasn't the night after Mania, was it? Last year it was a little bit of time afterwards. It was about a month or so afterwards, wasn't it? It was in the Backlash pay-per-view. Or the night after Backlash. Oh, here we go. Oh, there is another rumour here as well. WWE reportedly hosting full talent draft after WrestleMania 34. As the story of WrestleZone claims, backstage officials are discussing a full-scale draft at the end of May's pay-per-view. Why May again? Why? Why not do it after Mania? Why wait until that next pay-per-view? It just seems a bit pointless. I know there might be like a rebound from Mania, maybe. I'm not quite sure, but... Backlash marks a logical launching point. The pay-per-view after... It doesn't make sense. It should be done the night after Mania. Have a big freshen up the night after Mania. Have a few NXT people turn up and debut. Have sort of like the Raw after Mania could be like a Raw/SmackDown like super show. Have the draft. Have a few inter-promotional matches. I think that'd be pretty good. I'm not a big fan. I'd rather have it the night after. Right, so back to this match then, as I just keep clicking on random websites. 10 people that should change brand after WrestleMania. Randy Orton, yep, completely agree with. Get him off SmackDown. Finn Balor to SmackDown, completely agree. Baron Corbin to Raw, yeah. I'd agree with that as well. The Club to SmackDown to join up with AJ Styles. Was that the Club including Finn Balor? Yeah, it would be, yeah, because Finn Balor was already on there as well. Becky Lynch to Raw, yep, that's fine. The Revival to SmackDown, yep, I'd be happy with that as well. Authors of Pain and Sanity to Raw. Okay. Jeff Hardy to SmackDown. Split the Hardys up. That's not a bad shout. Seth Rollins to SmackDown. I completely agree. And Dolph Ziggler to NXT. Wow. That's an interesting one. But then again, based on some of the things that it suggests and some of the great matches you could have with Dolph, it's not an out there shout, but I'm not necessarily with that one, to be honest. Anyway, enough random Googling. Let's continue on. There you go. There's Xavier playing the trumpet in the background. As I tell you what, at the moment, Breezango are dominating this match. Absolutely dominating. And now up goes Fandango to the top. Dropping that big leg drop. That could be all. There's the pin. One. Oh, and Big E just about got there to break it up. But now Big E's out of the picture. And, yeah, Kofi's recuperated enough to avoid that second attack. But Fandango fighting back. Breezango versus the Young Bucks. That could be an interesting concept as well. Dropping a nice knee in the spine there, Fandango, as well. Kofi catching the boot of Tyler Breeze. They're taking him down. Can Kofi turn this match around? He's been struggling so far. Kofi bringing Tyler back up to a seated base before locking in the head scissors. But Tyler does turn it back around, and it's get to that point in the match where everyone's a little bit tired and they're starting to slow the pace down where they can. Kofi probably does need to tag out because he's taken a couple of big maneuvers so far in this match. Here comes the tag from Breezango. The double boot to the side of the face. Fandango went for the boot to the gut, but Kofi fighting his way free, but Fandango just turned it straight back round. As the referee's being distracted by Xavier playing the trumpet by the looks of it. Xavier loving that trumpet. There's the boom drop there by Kofi Kingston. In for the pin, only enough for a 1 count, not even a 2. Kofi starting to feel the power of Francesca building. Of course, remember the winners of this match will go on to All or Nothing for a Tag Team Championship match against the Young Bucks. There's that running, spinning heel kick, which is actually one of Tyler Breeze's finisher maneuvers, wasn't it? The beauty shot. Fandango stalking Kofi once again. There it was. That was the Sister Abigail, wasn't it? There's the pin. 1. And once again, Big E straight into break it up. Just the it's still the tag team blocking of pins is just really, really bad. Tyler should be in there. He saw that his opponent hit a big maneuver. Tyler should have been in there to break that up or block off the run of Big E. So we saw earlier on with a tag team match where Tangaloa came in and just shoulder blocked the other guy out the way. But here we go. The two freshmen enter the ring and Big E flattens, absolutely flattens Tyler Breeze. Destroys him. Big E once again bringing Tyler back up to his feet. Nice belly-to-belly suplex. And Big E is in firm control of this one now. You know you're in a good position when you've got a fresh Big E Langston at the apron, can't you? But Tyler turns it around, only for so long though. Big E now taking Tyler up on his shoulder. Looking for the big ending, he hits it. But he's going to get no help here from Kofi to block off Fandango's run. And there is Fandango blocking it after the 2 count. Big E now Saito suplex on Fandango. Big E got both men down, but does he have enough to once again hit? Well, maybe Kofi Kingston has a finisher to hit Tyler Breeze with. I think he does here, you know, he's got something. There's the SOS kick. He needs to do something here though, because Fandango's just going to come back in and break the pin up, isn't he? 1, 2, or maybe not. Maybe not at all, and maybe the game is just going to do whatever it wants to do. But either way, the New Day is going to All or Nothing to face off against the Young Bucks for the Octane Tag Team Championships. We've had worse days, eh? We have had worse days. There we go. So the New Day versus the Bucks. That is going to be a match that we did once. We did a 6-man tag match once before, didn't we, at a pay-per-view between the New Day and the Elite. But either way, I'm much happier with this. I think this is going to be awesome. I really do. I've lost my pen. Oh, there it is. It was underneath my paper. So the Bucks now face off against the New Day at All or Nothing. There we go. So now we know that Marty Scurll will face off against Sheamus for the European Championship. We know that Bayley will take on Jazzy Gabert for the Women's Championship. New Day will take on the Bucks for the Tag Team Championships. So all we now need to know is what's going to happen with Kenny Omega's Octane Championship. And here is our next match of the evening, and basically a call that I've just really wanted to use for quite some time. Jay White makes his first appearance here in October in Octane, where he takes on Hiromu Takahashi. Who have we seen? We did see Takahashi, didn't we, in week number 1. He actually defeated Will Ospreay, so this is a good chance for Takahashi. If he can get another win here, that'd be 2 big wins in the space of 2 weeks, which would be massive for him. I like Jay White. I like the idea of Jay White. I like the execution of Jay White. I think everything about that has been a fantastic success for New Japan. I'm really happy with what they've done. And they've basically just created themselves a big star. And they've taken the risk and thrown him straight in at a high level. And it has proved successful. It's proved like a good thing to do. And I think he's only going to go from one strength to the other. Plus, of course, if you've heard a few of my comments over the past few episodes, we are looking at potentially doing a World Cup pretty soon in our universe mode, or as a separate series anyway. And Jay White is from New Zealand, so he makes things a lot more interesting for us, a lot easier for us as well, to really utilize a different country, because we also have what's it? I've got that guy's name now. What's that guy called? What's that guy called who's from New Zealand? I can't remember his name is now. I can see him. I've downloaded him in one of my other previous games. Travis Banks. Travis Banks is also from New Zealand, so that gives us 2 pretty strong members of a New Zealand team to kick off with already. So I'm looking forward to that World Cup. Like I said, we're going to have all of Octane first, all of Carnage, and the World Cup should start on the same day, hopefully, if I can get things sorted. The World Cup should start on the same day as the Football World Cup does. That's my plan. But if it will last as long as the Football World Cup, it'll definitely be a couple of weeks long, because I'm going to be away. I literally go on holiday the day the World Cup begins. So hopefully I can get everything recorded and uploaded for you guys. So there's a lot of content still going up while I'm away. But I hope you're enjoying this Octane Universe mode. It's kicked off quite nicely. I'm really enjoying it so far. I like the... I really enjoyed Adrenaline, but I think after a while it was just nice to have that fresh start. Nice to have something new to go into. And I think it'll be the same when this one comes towards a close. As much as Shabby Mania is really cool, and we're going to want to get to Shabby Mania. As soon as Shabby Mania is finished and we get a fresh start with Carnage, again, it's going to be nice and exciting again, because it's a brand new roster. So I quite like that. I feel like if we continued on doing the long-term universe modes, that it was going to become a bit samey and a little bit... not boring as such, but it would have just been the same thing over and over again. Whereas this way, we get a chance to really... And focusing on the one roster at a time gives us a chance to really push that roster and really take it to the limit, I think. Takahashi's going crazy. Take it to the limit and really get some good stuff out of it, which I think is really cool. We can really concentrate on doing... the best possible stories and so forth. Like, all this sort of stuff wouldn't have worked, would it, before? We just would have ended up getting messed up. So Takahashi versus Jay White. Evil and Sanada mysteriously disappeared for that little cutscene. I'm sure they'll be back at ringside. And Evil and Sanada, someone we're going to have to keep an eye on, because Takahashi did defeat Ospreay. However... should Takahashi have defeated Ospreay? That was the question. Because Ospreay did have that match won, but due to the interference ringside by Bushi, it was debatable whether Takahashi should have actually won that match at all. He should have had the opportunity, in fairness, because, yeah, it should have been finished before Takahashi even hit his big maneuvers. But Jay White, again, another very strong combatant here. Be interesting to see exactly what Jay White can pull out of the bag here as well. And of course, 2 guys that will want to do something special in this match. We want to put a marker on it so they can get some more wrestling throughout the rest of the universe mode. I think I've got them penciled in for a few matches here and there. Jay White versus Tanahashi. is lined up at one point. Yeah, he's got a few matches, I think, lined up. It's all pretty much penciled in at the moment. It all depends on, obviously, what happens in the universe mode. That'll really affect exactly which way we go. But Jay White is doing really well here. He's demolishing Takahashi to start off with. This is going to be a squash. Wow, it could be, you know. There's the switchblade. Straight into the pin. Referee's counted. Evil's up on the apron, but referee not paying any attention to Evil. Went straight in for the pin, but Takahashi was able to kick out. I think Evil did distract the referee slightly, which made the referee go down quite slow to that one. Nice knee right on the side of the leg of Takahashi. That boot in the arm as well. Before Jay White just wrenches back at the neck of Takahashi. Takahashi really struggling here. White back up to his feet, but Takahashi back up to his feet, but Jay White is there waiting for him and spears him off the apron, clashing to the ground below. And of course, don't forget, like I said earlier on, we will be seeing Sanada in action next week. Sanada will be facing off one-on-one against Pete Dunne next week. A battle of the real bruiserweights there, so that'd be an interesting match to see as well. Nice dropkick there by Takahashi, who has turned this match around just like he did against Will Ospreay that time. Clubbing blow to the back, and then Takahashi there with a neck breaker. Dragging Jay White middle of the ring before locking him in there to the Anaconda Vice. This is going to be enough to get a tap out from Jay White. He's not going to want to take any injuries into later parts of his universe. Maybe he's also not going to want to tap out this early on and lose his first match as he just powerbombs Takahashi from that. Takahashi launched face first into that turnbuckle. Jay White now sends him into the far side as well and follows it up with a running forearm as Evil just slides a chair in. Jay White noticed that and just stared him down, but I don't know what the plan is there. But Jay White continues his assault on Takahashi. The referee's in the chair as well, but keeping full concentration on the two guys in the ring at this point in time. Nice wheelbarrow arm drag takedown. Takahashi doing so well here. Flattens Jay White, but only enough for a 2 count. Wow, chair shot right to the side of the face there by Takahashi. Evil had the referee distracted. The referee didn't see the chair shot. Takahashi now willing Jay White back up to his feet. Nice dropkick. Jay White pinged halfway across the ring. But Jay White back up on his feet. There's the pin. One. Only a 1 count. Jay White now with the elbows right across the face of Takahashi once again. Jay White now heading over the top. Oh, Sanada brings him down, drops him face first across the apron. And Takahashi has been disqualified from this one because of the interference by Sanada. Takahashi looks annoyed with the situation, but at the same time, I think Jay White was just on the verge of starting to win that one off. So, interesting decision by Sanada. Was Takahashi happy with that? He's lost the match technically, so I don't think he's going to be happy with it. But at the same time, yeah, it's a tricky one, that, isn't it? But Jay White comes out on top. Granted, only by disqualification. And here we go then, time for our main event of the evening. It is going to be Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on El Generico. Of course, El Generico doesn't wrestle anymore. He's currently looking after orphans in Tijuana, which is why you never see him anymore. And tonight he gets a chance to take on Hiroshi Tanahashi. Good old Tanahashi. One of the top guys, top wrestlers ever ranked, I suppose, isn't he? He is the John Cena of New Japan. But in fairness, if you... the John Cena of Japan, but he's probably a much better wrestler. And I think that's a little bit harsh on John Cena, because a lot of people always said that about Cena, but in fairness, you look at some of Cena's top matches, granted, he has to have the right opponent, but when he does have that right opponent, he does have the ability to really put on a fantastic match. The likes of CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, all those sort of people, John Cena's always had a very good match with. So yeah, it's he can do it, and I don't know, hopefully the match against The Undertaker at Mania is going to be pretty good. I dare say Cena is going to get really booed though. As soon as Cena tries to go for his 5 moves of doom at WrestleMania, there's going to be some problems. The fans are going to really just fight back at that one, I think. Really fight back, but who knows? It'd be interesting to see. Interesting to see exactly what happens there, and hopefully Cena can put on a good match with Taker, and hopefully Taker's still in a good enough condition to do so as well. As we get ready then for the entrance of Mr. El Generico. Whoa, let's go. Okay, well it looks like El Generico's logos have decided not to load today. That's a little bit frustrating, but okay, we can go with a black mask, we're fine. We can go with a black mask, it doesn't matter. Oh, this game, hey, why did this logo thing ever happen? It's quite a common thing, that if you search for it on Google, it's a very common issue on this game, yet it still seems to be happening to this day. It really does, so it's a shame what's happened, but there you go. But we can get by. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. It's just really nice to have the proper textured mask, wouldn't it? But this is okay. It's not. This isn't as bad as what the. Remember how bad the one was at the end of Adrenaline with CM Punk and James Storm in the match on Adrenaline. That was awful. That was, but this is doable. Right, we're underway. Tanahashi versus El Generico, 1-on-1 here at Octane. Tanahashi now bringing Generico back up to his feet. Looking for that underhook brainbuster very early on, but Generico fighting back, dropping a boot in the spine as well of Tanahashi though into a standing moonsault. And Generico is in quite strong control of this match. Generico now bringing Tanahashi back up to his feet. Springs him off the rope into a step-up single leg drop kick. But Tanahashi now starting to try and get a little bit of action back in this. This is a really good Tanahashi core as well, isn't it? Really good. I like this Tanahashi core. Of course, the Generico is going to be good because it's just an alternative attire, isn't it? Nice jawbreaker by Generico. For taking Tanahashi up into that sit-out scoop slam. Now in for the senton for the middle rope, but Tanahashi saw it coming and rolled out the way. Generico, nice jump up drop kick. For bringing Tanahashi back up to his feet. Springs him over the top rope. For spearing him off the apron, crashing to the ground below. Generico now stalking Tanahashi on the outside. Oh, wow. Wow, I've not seen anyone use that in this game before. That was pretty cool, that was. Jump up, spring in as well. That was really awesome, that was. I like that. And then a Blue Thunder bomb as well by Generico on Tanahashi. Are we going to see the brainbuster? Oh, he's not going to go for it. He might go for the brainbuster on the turnbuckle, but Looks like he's just going to go for the standard brainbuster. Generico taking Tanahashi up. There it is, the brainbuster. Generico's made short work here of Tanahashi, you know. There's the pin. 1, 2, and no, Tanahashi kicked out. Okay. Tanahashi kicked out. Good for him. Generico now dropping a boot right in the hand of Tanahashi, and Generico looking to continue the offense. Generico sending Tanahashi into the corner. Send him into the next corner. Haluva kick. Wow. Tanahashi is so struggling here. He's getting destroyed by Generico. But Tanahashi catching that underhook suplex. Right. Is this Tanahashi's chance to try and turn this one round? Tanahashi's up top. He's very, very close to Generico. Thought it might be a high-five flow, but instead went for the senton instead. Tanahashi dropping an elbow right in the spine of Generico. Before bringing him back up to his feet. Generico springing Tanahashi into the corner. Tanahashi fighting back. Nice moonsault from the middle rope. Don't think it's going to be enough though at this point in the match. It's not. It's only a 1 count. Wow. Tanahashi bringing him up once again into a sling blade. Generico's positioned quite nicely if he wants to go for it now. But he doesn't. He continues with the elbow in the face. Tanahashi not really doing much here though, is he? But Generico there with the nice dragon screw taking Tanahashi down. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Nice drop kick to the back there by Generico on Tanahashi. I'm still miffed about this lack of bloody logos, you know. Generico heading up top. Referee not happy. As Generico went for the big moonsault, but Tanahashi rolled out the way. Tanahashi now went for, look, a dragon screw, but Generico caught him with the right hand. Tanahashi sent him to the corner. Are we going to see it? Are we going to see it? No, we're not. Okay. Nice. T-bone into the corner. I thought we might be seeing the old brainbuster. Evidently not. Nice. What was that? I'm assuming it was a backdrop by Generico, but in fairness, Generico stayed down for less time. Generico stayed down for longer than Tanahashi, but there you go. Nice Lucha Libre style tornado DDT. Generico is in dominant form here. So dominant. Now stalking Tanahashi once again. Are we going to see another brainbuster? It's looking that way. Middle of the ring. Brainbuster by El Generico. There's the pin. 1, 2, and what? Wow. I am stunned of the scenes that I'm seeing right here. Tanahashi's now kicked out of 2. I repeat that, 2 brainbusters. And hits a sling blade. We had a fantastic main event in our last episode of Octane. And a fantastic main event the episode before of Octane as well. And looks like this one wants to be right up there with them. El Generico versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. So, oh, what a German! It broke his neck. Tanahashi heads up top. High fly flow, the frog splash. 1, 2. What? No way! Generico just kicked out of the frog splash as well. These scenes are absolutely unseen. Another one. Yeah. Wow. Wow. What an absolute wrestling school shown to us here. I'm sure Dave Meltzer's somewhere getting his stars together for this one. This was 7 stars, this bad boy. And there's the handshake between Generico and Tanahashi. A lot of respect being shown this roster here this evening. And how can you not with such an incredible match like that? Generico, I thought he had this one won on several occasions, but Tanahashi just always had that little bit more to come back and keep himself above water until he was able to hit his own big maneuvers to win the match. But there we go, guys. That is the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. Of course, don't forget that tomorrow we've got another episode for you, and as I've already announced, the main event will be Finn Balor versus Neville here on Octane, and that is going to be absolutely insane, so you do not want to miss that one at all. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for our next episode of Octane. Bye.